Well, I guess that was a pretty good, decent weekend. Oh, hey guys. Yeah, I was just laying this out, looking at it all, wondering what I have here. I went back to the Oshawa, Toronto area to visit my buddy Jeff because it was his birthday. And I went around and did some yard sailing on the Saturday because, well, I don't seem to get a lot out here yard sailing too much, so I figured might as well enjoy it while I was out there. And man, this is just some of the highlights. I picked up a lot of stuff out there. Now, unfortunately, 30 or 40 games are going to be trade bait because I already had them, but I had to buy a lot. One guy had a box of just Xbox 360 games and picked those up. And don't get me wrong, there's some pretty cool stuff like this Fable 3. Looks like a book, special edition thing. And then there was Fable 2 special edition in there as well, but I already had it. But I got to do some upgrades on some of my stuff too. And there was games in there I thought I had, but I didn't have, which was really cool. But I figured it was just too much to show. So I just picked some random stuff out of it. Not necessarily, I guess, highlights. It was just more, be a little more random so I could show you guys kind of the diversity of what was picked up. And so without further ado, let's check out what I got that day. Well, first I'm going to start off with this. Now, I was so excited. Jeff was like, oh, I gotta have it too. We were both kind of like, both wanting it because of its uniqueness and difference. But unfortunately, inside here, I was so excited. And then I realized it was a trap door. And the game is here. And of course, there's no trap door there. Then I found out there was a trap door here. Now here's the unfortunate part. All the stuff that was supposed to be in there is missing. Oh well, maybe one day I'll find that stuff. But it's still pretty cool to add to the collection. Another cool thing I got was Van Helsing. Brand new sealed. Box is kind of rough, even the bottom part of it is pushed in. But I thought it was really cool. I got it pretty cheap, so I picked it up. I mean, it's probably not like the greatest game, but it's definitely something I didn't have. I don't have a lot of boxed Game Boy Advance, or anything like that anyway. So when I see them, especially if they're sealed or whatever, I just pick them up. I got a couple N64 games. One of them was NBA Courtside, going on with that basketball thing right now, which is pretty cool. And the other, which I loved Cruis'n USA, and this is Cruis'n Exotica. I had no idea this game actually even had value till I got home. I thought it was a $5 game. But I love Cruis'n USA, so when I seen it, I figured, hey, gotta grab it. For the Game Boy Advance, Final Fantasy Tactics. I've never played this one. I've never really actually, I've played I think a bit of the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1 Final Fantasies, but I've never really been a big Final Fantasy person, and I really want to change that. So I seen it, I picked it up, it was in a bit of a lot. I'll explain that later. And anyway, I got it. I'm going to try it out. Maybe as a portable or something, I might be able to get into it. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. Now you guys know I'm a big PC collector. I play most of my games on PC, so it's no strange idea to think that I wouldn't get any. Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. I love Star Wars Rebel Assault, and when I seen Rebel Assault 2, I may even have the empty big box here. I'm not 100%, but I was hoping when I bought this it was something I was going to fill. But anyway, glad to have it loose like this or boxed. Next is a movie series that pretty much everybody has fallen in love with, and that is the Blade Runner series. Well, yeah, there was a Blade Runner video game, and I wish I had this big box, but this is how I got it. It is complete, so I'm pretty happy about that. So, something else to add to that collection. And these movie games, or games like movie games, I'm not 100% if this is actually what that is, but I believe it definitely is, because I'm pretty sure. I got a lot of them, and there's a lot of like Dex Murphy and Under a Killing Moon and stuff like that. These were huge, huge titles back in the day, and they're still pretty sought after, and I love collecting those. So when I seen this, Panic in the Park, I figured, it's really cool. I've never seen it before. It's the same style, and it looks like almost the same character setup and the same ideas as the other ones, so I grabbed it. Now, some Super Nintendo games, which there was some that was in my 8 games that I wanted to add to my game room. That was part of a bundle of this, and I got Jungle Book. I got Major League Baseball, Super Black Bass. I mean, nothing amazing here. Lemmings, I thought that was really cool. That's kind of cool. I used to love playing Lemmings when I was a kid on the PC. You know, watching those little guys fall off the edge. Nothing but funny. And then what was really neat was the Addams Family was in that lot. So that's kind of cool as well. That kind of is a game I did want to add to my collection, but wasn't as sought after in my mind, so I didn't include it. Now, here's a game that I'm going to do a complete show on just by itself, so I'm going to leave this cartridge and not put it away right now. And it's a 63-in-1. Now, the classic Nintendo 63-in-1s in that, yeah, you can buy these new ones, but this is actually the vintage ones. These are the ones that were out in the 80s and the 90s or whatever it was. So this is a cartridge I want to see if it stands up to today. So I wish I kind of had one of the newer ones to compare, because I think the newer ones are going to have a lot of weird games on it, where I'm wondering if this one here is more of the original games on it. So that's something we're going to find out in a later video, but the 63-in-1 Nintendo Classic cartridge, not a new one. That to me was really cool. I had to pick this up. I bought this separately, just by itself at one yard sale, for a bit more than I think I should have paid for it, but I did it anyway. Now, PlayStation 2 game, Pump It Up, Exceed. Exceed? Exceed. The dance one, I did get the dance mat with it. I got it in a lot of, like, 3 games or something for $5, and she threw the dance mat in. The game is mint. It's like collector's quality. So you know what? I said, hey, might as well add it there. And it could be something really cool that the kids might really enjoy. Who knows, I might even play it. We don't know. The game that I was looking for was for the Wii Wacky Races. It is a game that I have been looking for a while. It's kind of eluded me. It's not a big valuable game, but it was something I did want to add to my collection. Now, moving on with me wanting to be more and try more of the Final Fantasies, I picked up Final Fantasy, I think it's 14 or whatever. I'm not very good with it. XV. Picked up Final Fantasy XV. Make fun of me in the comments below and I'll cry. So I'll try that out for the Xbox One. Now, the PSP. I do collect a lot for the PSP. And I'm always excited to get stuff for the PSP. When it's boxed, especially. I have probably about 10 or 20 loose. And I may have about 30 or 40. I don't have a major collection with it. But I do have some decent games. So in this case, I did pick up a UMD. Normally the UMD movies, whatever. But this was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I had to have it. Then there was Marvel Nemesis. Rise of the Imperfects. Imperfects? Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool as well. And this was all in one bundle. And then Namco Museum's Greatest Hits. I love these things, especially on the go. This is so much fun to play. Dig Dug and stuff like that, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And then I got Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Now, I've never really played any of the Monster Hunter games, but it does look like something that I should try out. I'm not sure if it's something that I'll enjoy. Is it my style? Who knows? But it's definitely something that I will try out. Now, just a little story. First off, how I got these. So, they're in rough shape. They're really bad. And just so you know, I ordered everything to refurbish them already. So when that stuff comes, I'll show you guys how to refurbish the Game Boy Advance. I'm going to do something a little different with it. So you'll see that in that video. And this is my first Game Boy Pocket. Now both the units are working perfectly fine, but they are beat to pieces. They even rattle, they make a whole bunch of noise, And for the Game Boy Pocket, I kind of ordered the original shell and everything, just to bring it back to it. I've never owned one before, so I kind of like to keep one completely original, but I want it to look new and stop being so sticky. But now, I was at a yard sale. This is what was on the counter, or on his table. And he had $1 on this and $2 on this, and he took $2 for both of them. So I was like, wow, that was really, really, really good deal. Now that same guy goes, oh no, I don't have any more video games. I'm walking away, and he calls me back. Now I got the Cruisin', the NBA, the Final Fantasy Tactics from this guy. This is the same guy that said he didn't have anything else. He goes, wait, I think I have something else in the shed. He goes in the shed. He brings out Pokemon Ruby. He brings out Pokemon Leaf Green. He brings out Pokemon Gold. And then, unfortunately with the sticker missing, but Pokemon Silver. Then, he shows me Pokemon Emerald. I was so excited, because I know Emerald was worth so much money. Until I found out it was fake. Yeah, I got a fake. Now, in the guy's defense, he gave me a smoking deal on all of it, so I cannot be upset. And he did not know it was fake. So, that's cool. So guys, just keep an eye out when you're buying, especially Pokemon stuff, because you don't know. First off, this game, besides the actual casing, it's supposed to be green, it's black or gray. So there's one little giveaway, but I'm not a Pokemon fan, sorry guys, or a Pokemon player, or a Pokemon knowledgeable person. I did not find out even that it was valuable until I looked them up, because I always look up everything just because I like to know what kind of value I'm putting in my collection. It just makes me feel kind of cool to know, oh, I got it for this, and it's this, and sometimes I go, oh, I got it for this, and oh my god, it's only worth this. Whatever the case may be, you crash and you burn. That is the fun of collecting. And if you're not in it for the fun of collecting, then I suggest you just don't do it, because you are going to get crashed and burned, like this. Now, the other thing too is the sticker. If I look at the sticker and how everything's laid out, there isn't even one with this picture. So, then I took it apart. The pins are longer, Nintendo pins are shorter. There was so many things that told me right away that it was not a genuine cartridge. But, c'est la vie. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Please stand by for the next episode of The Last Game Hunter. And pretty soon, the Game Room Tour. Till next time guys, it's been fun and games. See you later.